Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
In fact,
welcome back to Tony.
Remembering, I was going over this with Laura, like how Keith came into our world here, and it was through Curtis Berkeley and the people over at the 8th Maxim. And Curtis said, "Hey, I got this guy. You ought to meet him." And that was about 7 or 8 years ago.
Keith Hatfield.
And Keith became a mainstay here with us, and then he went on and did some stuff up WLAF and Jim Freeman and those great people there. And you know, I was reflecting on this over the weekend. It kind of hit me that the first event, which became our trying to find my words here, Amachi tailgate. That was Keith's idea. And it was the year Tennessee played Western Kentucky. And Keith said, "Why don't we do a deal where we get some, children that have never been over there, less fortunate, well, however you want to put it." And so we contacted an agency, and we had a tailgate. Was that 6-7 years ago, Laura? We had a tailgate right in a parking lot adjacent to where Circle Park is, that little parking lot that's there. And so that was Keith's idea. And then it ended up being...
Holy Lord, we got to do this.
It ended up morphing into what it's become now. But at that first time,
Holy crap, that's a lot of money.
We got the tickets through the University of Tennessee. Got 100 or so tickets. And it was a really sweet day. I remember how touched Keith was by all that. And so I'm going to miss Keith. I will tell you this about him, and those of you that knew him know what I'm talking about. That's one of the most unique people that's ever lived. Talk about a guy that was just kind of an individualist and not a sheep. So it's hard for me to believe Keith's gone. As I bring Brian Hartman and Bino Jeff Henderson in, and we are going to get to the incredible sports weekend, but I'm going to give each of them an opportunity here to publicly acknowledge the passing of our friend Keith Hatfield. Who would like to go first? All right, Bino, Bino, go ahead, buddy.
Well, you stated it very eloquently, Tony. Keith was a guy that took the road less traveled on a whole lot of issues. Wasn't afraid to stand alone on things that he believed in. He was he did have a crusty exterior and a soft interior, and I'll be praying for his family and friends and all of the Tony Basilio radio family and the other radio groups that he interacted with and touched. He will be deeply missed. He and the Tony Basilio radio family, as most families, have lost a lot of people way too early in the last several years. As you said in the blog today,
we really need to fill up.
Tell somebody what you
that was the longest.
how much you cherish them.
Yep.
And how much you love them today. Because nobody's guaranteed tomorrow.
$3.75 a gallon. Good Lord.
Well, I could just remember the vast amount of knowledge he had about the sport of college basketball, how much into college basketball he was, and he knew the sport inside and out. He knew it so well that he could have been an NBA scout if he so chose. He was that knowledgeable. He knew each team, it seemed like, every year, and he knew teams from random previous years. You could just go back 3 years, 5 years, whatever, the roster of some team out on the West Coast. He knew the ins and outs of some conference you never even think about. And March Madness will never be the same. I just remember the night he came on after a Kentucky game in basketball and
oh my gosh,
ranted about the he dropped the Real Housewives of Middlesboro thing, and that might have been the most memorable post game moment of anything we've done since we've been doing those. That was the most classic thing I've ever heard, and I wish there was some way we could go back and find that. It's probably lost, but it'd be worth hearing again today.
In 0.1 mile, turn left.
865.
I'm not sure, Tony, that I've ever known anyone that was as passionate about everything, basically, as Keith was.
Yeah. And that's why he was so polarizing, you know. He had this kind of all-in thing on him, right?
Followed us on Twitter.
Yes.
And I'd say to him, you know, we don't have to fight with everybody on Twitter, Keith.
He would
We
like
don't-
some stuff
You
sometimes. He even commented 1 or 2 times, but
Well, I
always saw him talking
remember when
about
he didn't
wrestling
like
stuff.
Twitter at all in the beginning, and then
Sad.
next thing you knew, he jumped in both feet.
That's Keith, man.
Yeah, he said he'd never get a Twitter account. Then
I
next
know.
thing you know, there he is.
When he became and when he jumped in with his opinion,
But it was perfect for someone like him.
Oh God, it was all
to
guns,
be honest.
all guns ablazing when it came to his opinion. So there you have it. We love Keith.
Rest in peace, Keith.
Our condolences to
Sad
his
news,
family and
man.
friends. And tough exterior guy with a really, really soft heart. And let the record show that without
Oh my God, I wanted to
him,
just
we
get out
haven't
and
had
ticket
those
that
Amachi
car from
tailgates
the
through the
side.
years, because that's an idea
Wrong
that
game.
emanated in his heart and soul, and his love for people and people less fortunate. So that is certainly worth celebrating. On this Labor Day, as we labor with you here at TonyBasilio.com and do a special program. We're not on the radio today, but the opportunity for you is there
Tony
to get
kinda
in if you
sounds a
want to
little
at
sick.
865-200-5402. Josh Heupel's meeting the depressed today at noon. So we'll carry that.
Right.
It's Pittsburgh
And
week.
turn right.
Time to turn the page, but how can you?
Turn right.
Kyle's written a piece for the blog on college football is just the best sport going now. Joe Tessitore and those people really overdid it last night. I don't know what Joe Tessitore is doing right now with his broadcasting style, but my gosh, Joe, dial it back. It's
I
not
don't
the
know what
Olympic
any
Games
of them were
calling.
doing this weekend.
My
Like,
roan.
there were no facts,
But that-
What's
figures.
that
and
last night?
it was just guys
sounded
going out there
weird.
and
And
talking.
what was what? Well, they had the crowd mic. They
very
had
different
the
than a typical
the
college
mix in the
broadcast.
mix there. They had the crowd 4 times higher than the broadcasters. I had to turn it off
Keep left.
for a while. I watched a soccer game. I was like, this thing's giving me a headache.
That was weird. It sounded like they were somewhere like 50 million miles away or something.
Keep left.
But if you saw the fourth quarter of that game, you saw everything you needed to see. Because it was an incredible weekend of sports, of college football. And I don't know about you guys, but it seems like a million miles away since we last did the Up All Night, Garza Law Up All Night,
Oh, yeah.
longest post
Definitely
game,
feels
over
like
14 hours and counting in the history of mankind. But it was truly, truly a great weekend of college football. What a great sport. And there was a little bit of everything. You had games like they were played like in the late 70s, like that Penn State Wisconsin game, Bino, and I know Penn State's not your speed. That was an incredible, awesome, amazing,
Damn it, man. Look away
great
first.
football game. That Clemson-Georgia game looked like it was played in 1975. That was a phenomenal. I love low-scoring games like that. Just seeing those two teams just get after each other. Like, I have a friend's a Georgia fan. He says, well, we don't have any offense. I'm like, what? How do you know that? You played in a world-class football game. In those games, you just want to get out of there with a win. Who cares what the score is?
Well, they'll be favored to win the rest of them.
Yeah. I mean, and you just absolutely ripped that team apart at the line of scrimmage. And I'm going to tell you something about Clemson, guys. I hot take in the blog today over at tclub.team on the back of Orange Throat. I believe that Clemson's run is over. I believe when you have an offensive line that's that deficient, I believe you're going to lose multiple games. I believe they're going to lose multiple games. I believe they're going to lose somewhere between 2 and 4 football games this year because they don't have the offensive line. And when you don't have an offensive line, you're going to be like us. You're going to be prone to, and I'm not saying we don't have an offensive line, but we don't have a great offensive line. And when you don't, you're going to be prone to lose some football games. I don't care who your quarterback is. Because if the old time is set up, it is what it is. And then one more observation. That Mackenzie Milton thing last night. And what he did when he came in that game, when that kid's helmet. And I don't know whether it's a good idea for him to be on a football field right now or not with the injuries he's had. I'm not sure if the risk is worth the reward. I know that's not a very popular thing to say out loud. I'm speaking as a parent here. And I know you don't take a kid's dream away from him. And I'm just saying, I wince when I see him on the field. I don't know if you guys are like that. I wince when I see that kid on the field. And I'll say this. You talk about a courageous, amazing, exhilarating turn of events when he walked into that game the other night. Because Beanstar, if that other kid doesn't lose his helmet, how bad does Florida State get beat?
Turn left.
Yeah, Tony, he came in a key drive that they absolutely had to score on, and I'm not sure they would have with their starter in there. It was everything that college football is supposed to be about last night. That was terrific
here.
drama.
Let's go pick up our dynamite. And make
I
some
thought
money.
that Mackenzie Milton's return and the two games that you mentioned, which were great football games, Tony. I actually meant those are so rare now that I actually miss some old Big Ten like football.
I agree.
It's so rare.
I agree.
You know, when it was occurring every day in every game, it wasn't something I enjoyed, but I enjoy it now.
It's not a road. What's going on here? Okay.
David's rising up and beating, or at least scaring the daylights out of the Goliaths over the weekend. Those were the storylines, and I know that ESPN's overdone it a little bit, but the real story is the return of the fans and the return of the pageantry that we had robbed from us last year. And I know that they're trying to show you at every stop just how much that means to college football, and they may be overdoing it a little bit.
They are.
I kind of understand that approach here early in the season because that is the best of all the stories.
I don't mind that. I've always thought. I remember we were interviewing one time. Keith Jackson won the Lindsey Nelson Award.
What?
And I remember interviewing him towards the end of his life.
You've arrived.
And
My honor and duty.
he was already retired. And I said, I asked him, I said, Keith, there's one thing you could change about, your broadcasting career, or you've had a legendary career, but I like asking guys like that, like, what's your takeaway? He said, I wish we would have focused more on everything that's going on around the game.
It wasn't that one. What the hell? I guess it's
and
gone.
I said, what do you mean?
Oh, well.
He said, well, take like the marching band. You don't have that in the pro game. And it is a truly sacred part.
Yeah, I'm going to take care of this cat.
This is 20 years ago. It's a truly sacred part of the event itself and what the event means. He goes, if I could have a way of impacting or whatever, I would say to this generation, take the time to focus on that. Give those young people their time on the air. Let's celebrate what it is that's different about the sport. And you know what? He's right. He's right. Because we kept saying last year, both college football and college basketball,
right,
they're pretty good sports, but they don't stand on their own the way the pro sports do.
Nope.
Because they're not pros. Because the level of play is pretty good, but it's not good enough to be a professional sports.
412 miles.
So when you take the fan element out of it, Bino, you take the fan element with the crowd and with all the traditions and just that roar that's there, it's a completely different deal. College basketball played in front of 2,000 people like it was last year, and then played up there in the bubble in front of 1,500, 2,000 people. That's just not the deal. It's just not the deal. And
folks, we are almost 30 minutes from Wyoming release day.
I kind of loved every minute of it.
I'm not sure if it'll be right at midnight.
I was so tired of what we did, but I squeezed every piece of juice out of that lemon I could possibly get this weekend, including listening to Club Gitmo Saturday night.
Andy Joe's going to tell us what the most important game on the schedule is today after what happened to Vanderbilt.
I need some advice from Andy Joe on the most important game on our schedule.
Yeah.
How about
ETSU?
How about ETSU? How about that beautiful community up there?
They didn't even have a football program for 2 decades.
And going in there and blowing out a Southeastern Conference team, not beating them on a last-second field goal. They trashed them.
Now,
Turn right.
did you see the pick six that they had to call? They said didn't stand because of the taunts. I think that's called on Alabama.
No.
It should have been 30-3.
Yeah, 30-3. Vandy Joe.
It should have been worse.
Rest in peace, stop sign. Sorry for it, bud.
Crisis hotline is open. The LSU Ed Ogeron crisis hotline is open. The Tennessee quarterback controversy crisis hotline is open. The Florida, and Florida, if you're listening, I told you told you that your quarterback can't play, and he can't play. Now they have a quarterback controversy, Beanstar, which is a perfect thing for the Vols, because we're either going to see a guy that can't play. I mean, he can run around, but he's not. That guy's not a quarterback. That starting quarterback they have is not a starting quarterback. I mean, he doesn't look the part. He sucks. I'll just. Did you watch any of their game? Any of it, Pete? That guy's not good. That guy is not good. He's not good.
He's never been.
He's not good, Brian.
I saw him.
Brian.
He's never been. I've never exactly what he brings to the table.
Thank you.
That much of anything.
He's a flatliner. He's not any good. He's a flatliner. So we're just calling some observations, but they've got a quarterback controversy.
No offense.
The question is Tennessee, after this weekend, going to have a quarterback controversy? Or is Joe Milton going to settle down? Play ball.
Tune into the pod this week.
I know
Find
our
out.
fan base. If Joe Milton of the second half And I'm not trying to be funny, and I'm not trying to start anything. I don't have to start anything. I know this place. True or false, Bino? Just true or false? If Joe Milton looks like he did in the second half,
Keep right.
is our fan base going to start a quarterback controversy? If he looks that way in the Pittsburgh game, are they going to start a quarterback controversy? True or false?
Yes, we will, Tony, and we've got a little
Damn
bit
right we will,
different
Bino.
element going this year than we had last year. In that last year, it was anybody but Gitmo. I don't care who you put in there, put someone in other than him. This year, a portion of our fan base has a favorite son that they want to play. And that's a different element than what we've seen before. Because Harrison Bailey, they saw him come in last year and be efficient against SEC football teams. And they don't understand, and it's pretty legitimate.
I think it is legitimate.
Understand
My,
why he would be a guy that doesn't at least get a chance to go in there and show what he can do.
No, I'm not trying to start anything.
Joe
And
Milton needs to step it up.
I'm not trying to start anything. I'm not trying to make Josh Heupel mad because he's very sensitive. And I'm not trying to start anything. But they don't like Harrison Bailey. I don't think he can play in our offense. Harrison Bailey, what we saw of him last year is better than Joe Milton.
Keep left.
What we saw from week 1. Now I'm not choosing sides here. I'm saying Joe Milton can grow in this offense. He certainly can grow in it. I'm certainly open-minded to that. I'm not picking sides. All I did in the summer was report to you what I thought was coming, and it was exactly what was coming.
Yep.
Right down to them bracketing the two guys behind them. We call that thing right down the middle, right on the dot. But you'd be lying to yourself if you didn't think that what you saw from Harrison Bailey last year
about 100 miles
was better.
less than
Joe
actually.
Milton looked. Well, here's the thing about it. Jared Garantano, and I listened to that game. I didn't watch it like Matt on a illegal stream like a lot of you did. I was laughing at Matt with a friend of mine, and he goes, "I did the same thing." I said, "You did what?" He goes, "Oh yeah, I was on one of those illegal." You're watching Washington State on an illegal stream? I mean, what? It's not an illegal stream. It's just it's a pirated stream. It's not illegal.
That's illegal.
Legal, coppers are going to show up in your coppers are going to show up. Coppers are going to show up and come get you for watching Gitmo football, though they should. But Gitmo did Gitmo things here.
What would the charge be for that, Tony?
And the Michigan fans say that Joe Milton did Joe Milton things on Thursday. And
use my line, Tony. Cam Newton cosplayer. Use it.
I'm rooting for Joe Milton. I hope it works out for him. You hope it works out for him. We all hope it works out for him. But that was not a good start the other night. I mean, there's no way to sugarcoat that as we continue after this.
Don't miss your last chance to support your Tennessee Smokies. The last homestand is this week. Don't miss Taco Tuesday with $2 soft tacos, and this week it's peanut-free night. All you can eat Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday with $1, $2, and $3 beer specials, and Friday is UT night and fireworks. The first 1,500 fans will receive a Tony Vitello bobblehead. Saturday, the last fireworks show of the season, and Sunday is fan appreciation, with the first 1,000 fans receiving a Javi Baez blanket. It's a jam-packed final week, so get your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Your Tony Basilio radio family is so excited about the Josh Heupel era at Tennessee that we've decided to celebrate by staying up all night. What more would you expect from the show of record in volunteer country? Our entire cast
You're really sad, Tony.
Bringing in the new era with a special.
Man, we tried to make it. We went, worked that morning, got up about 6:30, worked all day, watched the game, stayed up till about 8 the next morning. I think what did it was when Brian and Bino came on, and
Thursday, September
Boy, they just sounded well rested. Bino was just a ray of sunshine. And it's like putting a pacifier in a baby's mouth. And I was like, let's go put this on the TV and lay down for a second and watch. Nope, passed out. Sad, man. Dang it, wanted to make it the whole way. We made it quite a while. Got 2 calls in. Did okay. Made our mark. 2-1.
On God's green earth. Let's celebrate another Tennessee football season after the Bowling Green game. It's Tennessee all night falls.
Tony went down about, oh God, what time Tony goes to bed? Like 4, 3 or 4, I think.
Company's been serving our area for over 32 years and counting because every customer counts. And
Boy,
I mean,
Matt
no
Dixon
job is
and
too small.
Eric
Cedar Bluff
Waddell
Plumbing just
came
voted
in
number
and
1 by City View magazine
handled
because multiple plumbing experts
wee
are on
hours
call
of
to
the morning.
serve all your plumbing needs. Chances are there'll be a plumber in your area when
great
you
call to them, too.
And they won't send some salesman to your house.
Man.
You're going to get a high character.
Brian cut me off,
highly
though,
trained plumber who
because
will
I didn't
serve
stop
you.
right there. I
Not
think
like
they
some
cut
of these
me off.
guys that looked like they came off the set of America's Most Wanted. Cedar
Don't
Bluff
blame 'em.
Plumbing is Basilio tested and approved, and will go the extra mile for you because Chucky Mack is a servant of the people and my consigliere to the throne, celebrating over 32 years of serving living volunteers. Cedar Bluff Plumbing. Call 588-4448. That's 588-4448. Cedar Bluff Plumbing. It's football time all over East Tennessee, and you don't want to cook. So for your next tailgate or football party, let Calhoun's handle the heavy lifting. Visit any of Calhoun's 9 East Tennessee locations on your way to the game and pick up a Calhoun's Feed 5 or Feed 10 family pack. You already know nothing goes better with football than Calhoun's world-famous barbecue. Now you can get the Calhoun's Feed 5 or Feed 10 family pack with amazing barbecue ribs. Calhoun's Feed 5 or Feed 10 family pack is a touchdown in a box. And now with Calhoun's barbecue or ribs, add the buns, Smoky Mountain baked beans, and creamy coleslaw, and you're winning. Calhoun's even throws in the plates, napkins, and utensils for an easy-to-carry box. And the best part, it's just under $6 per person for the barbecue. Calhoun's Feed 5 or Feed 10 family pack is undefeated, and now with ribs. And brisket available on Wednesdays. Call ahead and order online.
Oh, please fix the damn AI in this game.
And Feed 10 family pack from Calhoun's. One of the Copper Cellar family of restaurants, Calhoun's. Eat local. Eat good. Tony Basilio here from my good friend Marcos Garza in your Garza Law Firm. Pretty jacked up that it's football time in Tennessee. How about you? Well, I still have word of a troubling development and what we can do about it. Because carpetbaggers remain in our area. Out-of-town law firms, carpetbaggers, have been swarming in the East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, Birmingham, they've stormed into our area. You've seen the ads on television. You've heard
Oh,
some of these
no.
new ads that are
Took
popping
my
up
off the
on
road
radio.
for
Let me ask you a
goddamn
question.
half a
Would you
second
rather do
again.
business with somebody that's
Damn it.
a local law firm, you know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and my friends at your Garza Law Firm are exactly that. These are your neighbors, your friends, our neighbors and friends. Support local causes year-round. Marcos Garza and the Garza Law Firm, always there for me when I have a need. For Fish Hospitality Pantry, and also our Machi Tailgate. Just to name a couple of things. They're live and local. They're one of us. They're of our earth. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries, and accident matters. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at GarzaLaw.com. And they will be for many, many years to come. Live, local, one of us.
Trying to
one
push the
of
speed
you.
limit here
The
for a
Garza
little
Law
bit.
Firm. Let us help. Basilio for Smoothie King. And look who's showing up at Smoothie King these
what's
days. It's TK.
What is
and
happening?
TK Jr., the dynamic duo, looking better than ever.
It's great to be here enjoying the delicious, nutritious Smoothie King. Something I have been doing for going on 20 years. Drinking Smoothie King as a meal replacement helps me keep a leg up on Junior. I can still take it.
Let the old man grow and expect to feel a little better about himself. Pops taught me a lot of things, and one of them was eat healthy by drinking Smoothie King. Good nutrition, never tasted so good, and it's easy to eat on the move. Just roll to the drive-thru and get your favorite Smoothie King.
2 peas in a pod. That's what you guys are. VFL and SKFL. NFL. What a combination. Almost as good as the offerings right here at Smoothie King. Wellness and break time blends.
Lean-Wood, Gladiator, and the Hawk are all great sources for your different needs. Greek yogurt,
Damn
paleo,
asshole.
keto, and peanut power plus. I absolutely
Cutting over
love
in
the
front of
vegan nutty
us.
super grain. Just look at these guns, Junior.
Get over yourself, Pop. Smoothie King is what we're here to talk about. The new metabolism food smoothies are delicious and keep you going. Coffee smoothies, angel food, and strawberry kiwi breeze are just a few of the most popular choices on the menu.
Thanks for the Smoothie King love, guys. Let's keep Tommy Boy Marine and his crew blending smoothies on Rocky Top for years to come. Delicious and nutritious. The healthy alternative to fast food. Say it with me, Kelly Duo. Smoothie King.
Coming in late.
He's coming in late, isn't he, TK?
Yeah.
What are we going to do with him? Tony Basilio here with former Vol great Mark Griffin. And Mark's here to talk about performance medicine. And Mark's been going to performance medicine now for a few years. Mark, one of the things performance medicine did is help you with your low energy. Part of that was hormone therapy. How has that helped you, Mark?
Well, hormone therapy has actually given my energy back that I had lost in the past. And I just feel like a new person. Tony, as you age, your hormones decline. As they decline, you decline in every way. Performance medicine wants to keep you from declining as you age. Don't decline.
One of the misconceptions, Mark, people have about performance medicine is that hormones is all they do. I know for me, it was nothing of the sort. My vitamin levels were all screwed up, and they got me on a regimen. 3 years later, I feel like a brand new man. Did you experience something similar with them as well?
Tony, I did. It's like I was given a scorecard of the way I was living my life and some of the areas that were deficient. We took a look at the scorecard and said, this is where you need to address the meds you need. This is a lifestyle change you need to make. And I tell you what, it's all turned around as far as how I feel in a short period of time. And I know he can do the same thing for your listeners.
Don't settle for the way you feel. Performance Medicine. Online at performancemedicine.net. Performance Medicine. It's always magnificent. Mondays on the Basilio Show. Presented by our friends at Fleet Tire. I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. Fleet Tire. I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. And now, back to Boo. So Bino asked the age-old question, are we getting phone calls today? And Bino, let me answer that at 865-200-5402. Is the number, and I want to personally thank Orange Throat today for an incredible breakdown on the blog. I want to give a shout out to a couple of our young listeners today. Stone Love, what's up? Selvi, Que Pasa Amigo, Rylan, what's up? And Gentry, Yoshi to the ho-ho.
Who?
To you four young lads that will shake the world today at a local water park. All four of you blessed with private school names. Stone, Selvi, Bino, Rylan, and Gentry. Those don't sound like four kids that grew up in my neighborhood, Bino.
God.
Stone Love, one of the great spring songs of all time.
Yes.
Without dying wrong.
Stone Love, solid as a rock. Let's go back to the phones and get our first call in to answer Bino's question. Yeah, we have phone calls. Yeah, we have Josh Heupel coming up. Yeah, we have word of the Tony Vitello bobblehead doll coming up. No, I can't get you one of those. Yes, quit asking me about it. Hello and welcome in. You're live on the air. It's a Tony Basilio show, the show of record.
My good.
Now taking calls, even if it's yours.
Yes.
Uh,
My good Christian friends, how are you this morning?
We're doing great today, TB.
Okay, buddy, I'll tell you, it was a day of surprises on Saturday. Washington getting beat by a hole-in-the-wall school, Montana.
The Grizz.
That's not exactly a hole in the wall, though. They've been pretty good at their level.
Yeah, they are, Brian. They are a hole-in-the-wall.
They're a hole in the wall, Brian. They're a 1AA school with 65 scholarships. Brian beating a top 20 team. What are you talking about?
They've been pretty good in the past.
Brian, they had a split in 77.
Brian's
That's the highest
right.
ranked team to ever lose to one of those teams. What? Titans Bill, tell him it's a hole in the wall.
It is a hole-in-the-wall school, Brian. Come on.
Come on, Brian.
Get with the program.
Get with the program, Brian. Tell him, Bill.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
You'll get with the program, Bry.
You can't sleep on FCS. I think having a spring probably helped him. I think it may have helped ETSU.
Well, I'm proud of Randy Etzel because he's ushered in the silly season already, Bino. Fired after week 1.
Week 2.
Yeah,
You calling us 0-2, Tony?
The Tri-Cities whipping up on FanDuel,
Thank you,
which
sir.
I was happy to see.
Laura is...
And also,
Hey, let me say a word about Laura here, Titansville. Without her, we can't do this, brah.
good
I'm on her
morning,
last nerve.
Laura.
I'm on Laura's last nerve, Titansville. You know how I can tell?
How you can tell.
I asked her, I said, please bring me a drink. And she, like, slammed it down on the table at me, Titansville. As if to say, why don't you try getting into the studio before 10:59, you knucklehead.
Also, on another note, I was very happy that for Penn State upsetting.
All right, what are we looking at?
I watched that
1,109
Penn State
miles.
secondary is phenomenal. They got a chance to beat Ohio State if they can get some offensive play.
Okay, we gotta
Boy, that Levis
wheel
kid at
here.
Kentucky the other day, guys. See, that's what you're supposed to
another
do with a
7
crappy
hours
opponent.
before we have to stop.
And that's what we should have done the other night. You should be throwing the ball long, throwing it over them, throwing it early and often, Jeff Henderson. That's why our fan base was kind of concerned the other night. They should have been.
No, that's all he did
That's
was
what
try to
it's supposed
throw
look
long,
like,
and he
you know, when
couldn't
you play
do
one of
it.
those teams.
Couldn't do it, Tony.
Yeah, it is, Tom. It is.
Hey, Tony. This morning I called 97.5 The Fanatic. And I told, and of course the person that hosted the show, her name is Dee. And I said to her, there's a talk show host that's originally from Philadelphia.
I love Dee Lynam. She's my all-time favorite. I want to interface my son with her. She
my
is one of
God.
the coolest people to ever live. That is one cool gal, Titansville.
Exactly.
She
And I
knows, hey, Bill, she knows her sports, brother. That's Jim
Yeah, she
Lynam's
does.
daughter, and she is an absolute sportsman.
Sportswoman.
You know, she's a very nice person.
Mm-hmm.
She is a very nice person.
She's a sweetheart.
And you know, I didn't mention your name on the radio.
You
I said,
should have.
There's this.
Give me a break, Titans, Bill. Maybe I'll get discovered at the age of 54.
Oh, Tony.
Well,
Tony,
okay, to make
we
a long
see ya.
story short, I said you made a Philadelphia Eagle fan out of me, and I told her, don't be surprised that the Phillies could overtake the Reds for that wild card spot.
And what did she say?
She wants the Phillies to win that division. And I told her, I said, look, the Reds is struggling, but the Phillies isn't.
Phillies suck.
Yeah, but right now the Reds suck.
No, the Phillies suck.
Losing 2 out of 3 to Detroit.
Detroit, who next year, Bino, you laugh at this. You guys want to laugh at something? Detroit will make the playoffs next year with their young team, Bino. Go ahead and laugh at that. Go ahead and laugh. They're going to carry this into next year. Go ahead and laugh, Bino.
I'm not going to laugh. Yeah. That's a division that you can make some noise in real quick, and they play good baseball in the second half.
Be damn straight. Since the All-Star break, they are no joke. I like that Detroit team a lot, Titans-Bill.
And Casey Mize, who happens to be an Auburn alum, pitched a pretty good game yesterday.
Very good.
Lord,
And
why are we
Reds
talking
all of a
about
sudden not hitting
baseball?
Baseball, which is not a good thing when you get to September, because it gets tighter and tighter on you, and they are not handling it well at all.
The simple is, you don't hit, you don't win.
No doubt.
Simple as that.
Billy, incredible phone call by you.
Yes,
Thank
Titans,
you.
Bill. Thanks
Great way
for
to start. And yes,
starting
Steve
Monday
Lynam,
off
keep
after
it
a
cool.
football game with baseball
Listen, I've
talk.
always said this. I love women that can break it down. We can talk some sports. I find that to be phenomenal. Dee Lynam is fantastic. Heather Harrington in this market is next level. Maggie Nathan is hilarious.
Okay.
My wife is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And she can pick things apart, and we're watching. And I want to say one word here. This Joe Milton, I'm for the guy. I'm not against the guy. But I'm not blind. And as Michael McDonald said in Taking It to the Streets, I'm not blind, and I did not like what I think I saw against
All right, we under 1,000.
Bowling Green.
Nope, almost.
And I'll tell you this. I know our fan base. They're going to give that guy one more half. And they're going to come unglued. Because unfortunately for him,
I love that phrase.
the sins of Gitmo are going to be projected on him, Bino.
Yes.
I'm not, and I hope Josh Heupel understands that too. Because they're going to hear some
Oh,
booing.
big question on the pod Tuesday. Big question, or Wednesday. Tune in, people. Elite Porch Talk Boys on YouTube.
Yes, they
Subscribe.
are.
Get ready.
He's just gonna
Asking
go,
the hard questions this week. Your
to the bitter
esteemed
end with
host.
Joe Milton, and I don't believe that Heupel's body of work suggests that's the case.
I do think, though, that they're tantalized by the concept of we have 3 years with this guy.
Oh,
Yeah, I
God.
understand that.
And we can change him. You know, we're Gaulish is great, and Hazley's a great quarterback coach, and you know when I saw
without question,
Hazley
as the high ceiling, without question.
Bino, but Arnsor made a point about his running, and I come behind it. I'm not picking at the guy, but when you're running with the football, you can't just stop running, and when you see a guy coming for contact, brace. That's not going to work at this level. Get on the ground. You're going to fumble the ball. Those Georgia defenders, when they hit you and you do that, the ball's going to come loose. They're going to tackle the ball.
Oh,
get on the
shit,
ground.
man.
You're a quarterback. You got your yards. Or get out of bounds. Or run over somebody. You can't just stop running and turtle up like you're going to get hit. And he did that about 3 or 4 times the other night, and it scared me. And I just, you people say, well, you're picking on him.
Maybe
No,
this
I'm not
Wednesday's
picking on him.
pod will be a intervention
Crazy,
in
Tony. I saw
my
a guy who's
expectations.
effective running the football, but is it really instinctive? Not a real good run.
I agree with that. It's another good observation.
I think he's
Use the line,
I think
Tony.
He's going to be effective, but just simply because of how big he is.
That's what they said about him at Michigan.
I think it's
Cam
also the other 2 running backs, though, in
Newton.
a short yardage situation. No
Cosplayer.
back who may run it. You didn't have that the last 2 years.
I agree, Brian.
Let's go back to the phones. The radio call on Garantano the other night, those 2 guys
Oh,
doing
God,
that
I
game
couldn't
when his first half was unfolding is one of the greatest
I
things I've
tuned
ever
into the
heard.
radio call as
Hello
he
and
was
welcome. And yes, I did
after
listen.
he fumbled
Hello
in the
and
end zone,
Tony, real
whatever.
quick,
got
before you go
hurt.
back to the phones, can I say that you're really smart?
Tell me why I'm smart, Bino.
Because you've already said that Lars Red, and then you run off a list of women that know sports, and you had her like 4.
No, I
It's
just...
really smart.
No. I was just... We started with the one Titans-Bill was talking about. Heather does it every... Heather's good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Laura, you're number 1. Numero uno, numero uno, numero uno, numero uno, numero uno. Let's go back to the phones. Hello and welcome in.
Hey, Tony, Charlie.
Hey!
I'm so happy college football's back, and this weekend kind of helped me get over me being so upset with Tennessee and their performance against Bowling Green.
Yep.
And these big well, is it just, am I getting old, or
yes?
Because these announcers chit-chatting non-freaking stop during the football game is
Oh,
driving me
hell
crazy.
yes, Charlie. Hell yes. Great point. Great point. We made that point earlier.
The new
They
thing
don't
now
even
is this
research
verbal
anything.
diarrhea
They get
for
a
the sake
list of
verbal
names
diarrhea.
and they
Shut the hell up
talk
and watch
about
the
dumb
game.
shit all game.
And Joe Tessitore last night.
Yeah, fuck
was
you,
he
Joe.
channeling young Brent Musburger, the drama? Look, we can all see what's going on. We can all see that Mackenzie Wiggins shows mom every 5 seconds. What is this, a Disney movie?
Yeah, I think they picked it up from Herb Street, just talking a mile.
Oh.
Trying to
Herb
shout
Street
out to
is the
Mark, they are.
king of verbal diarrhea. I'm surprised Herb Street doesn't get on the Concorde since he's so self-important and go do 3 games at once in one weekend.
Hey, now I'm about to lose my ball card here, but who was the guy in the booth with John Ward?
Bill Anderson.
Oh, Bill Anderson.
Yeah. So John Ward was the play-by-play guy.
That's right.
And they were on the radio.
That's right.
So they didn't have the action of the. I mean, they didn't talk as much as these TV guys. But anyway, that Penn State game, Tone did. One thing I liked about it, I felt like Wisconsin might have had the better team, but they just couldn't get it done. Did you feel that way,
Yes.
or was that just me kind of rooting for Wisconsin?
No, Wisconsin was favored. They're favored to win the division.
They choked in the end.
But Penn State's secondary was excellent. Here's the thing I don't understand about football games. You play somebody 99% of the time straight up with your defense, and they can't do anything against you. And then when it's winning time, you play the Mustang defense.
All right, we've gone.
And you do that nonsensical crap.
32
and you let them
miles.
go right down the field and get to your 30-yard line, and now they got 4 shots to get it in the
300
end
or
zone.
400 miles down.
Bino, in baseball, the equivalent of that would be,
this
I've
stretch
locked
of
you down for
interstate
8
here.
innings, but in the 9th inning, let's walk the bases loaded and see what happens. Why
Slowing
do
down. We
teams
ain't
do
flipping
that?
this dynamite.
Let's get our good
Nope.
pitcher out of there.
Yeah.
This is worth too much
Yeah,
money.
let's get a good pitcher out of there.
Yeah, get him out.
And let's,
I don't know, Tony, but Penn State did exactly what defenses have to do today, and that's be great in the red zone and take the ball away. And that's what they were on Saturday.
and if our Vols can do that, Charlie, a few times this year, we'll have a good season if we can get some competent quarterback play.
Tim Banks there.
Yep.
Damn it! No.
Tim Banks came from there. Brian, maybe he has the blueprint.
Half a second, we did it. We took our eye
They,
off the damn
the
road.
defense
That's what
looked-
happens.
They looked a lot
Damn
more
it.
put together than the offense. And what got me about Milton is whenever he'd stand there with the ball. I think JG is about put me in trauma. So whenever I see something that I've seen all these years, I get so upset.
God, I hate this.
And then whenever
fog.
he did run, I'm used to a he shooter. You know what I mean? And this is one thing I've seen throughout the weekend.
The rain's not
is
bad,
these
but the fog
quarterbacks,
is
they start to
horrible.
run, but they want to continue to look downfield.
I love it.
And so they don't commit to the run, and they're waiting on somebody to get open, and they're running towards the sidelines, and their options are dwindling. Where if they'd have touched the football, they'd have got, and committed to it, they'd have got 5 or 6 yards.
But you know what, Charlie? You get a guy like a Mackenzie Milton last night. Some of those guys are really crafty. And he did a couple deals where he was shifty, and he was doing what you were saying, kind of moving toward the side. And then all of a sudden, shovel pass inside. Guys like that are crafty. Hey, I saw this Johnson guy there, and I don't know if you guys saw the UCLA LSU game, but he threw a bouquet of roses behind his back. Did anybody see that besides me? That's the craziest thing. We had a quarterback one night, I think, throw the bouquet down there in LSU. He threw a ball like a behind-his-back pass when he was being sacked, and got it in the vicinity of his receiver. But the defender over there couldn't believe seeing the ball fly over his head. He was like, "Where did that come from?" Crazy looking.
Well, as bad as I hate to do it, I've got to wave the white flag for B. Brady because he's hammered me all year. He's been right. Whenever I said, whenever SEC expanded, I said I wanted Virginia Tech and West Virginia, and he come right behind me and told me they didn't have internet. And he told me, well, he said these receivers,
Yes, Kitty.
it doesn't matter how fast they are if they can't get off blocks. And shout out to Cilio Show. You told me all year long, or ever since practice, that these wide receivers wasn't impressing the coaches.
That's right.
Y'all were 100% right. I gotta ask Bino,
gosh, this fog
The
is
first quarter,
killing me.
what was the difference between the first quarter and the second quarter? Because whatever the difference is there,
No.
whatever the problem is,
No, baby.
there's a solution.
If you're
And
yelling
I
about
come to
food, you
scripted
know
plays.
you've got food.
Bino, what do you think?
Oh, shoot. Oh, well, I guess we're taking a fine.
Charlie,
Couldn't
I'm
see.
not sure.
Sorry, bud.
I know that our tempo was much better in the first
All right, let me go take care
quarter
of this
than it
cat.
was
real
in
quick.
the
Be right back.
second. And there were a couple of things there. One is we basically never had the ball in the second quarter. We had 2 possessions in the entire second quarter. So it was kind of a combined team thing, whereas our defense wasn't really getting off the field, and our offense was out there. We had a drop pass, and then our offense went 3 and out, and I think we may have only run 7 plays or so offensively in the second quarter. It's you know, it was bad offensive play, but our defense allowed 2 long extended drives in that quarter too. So we really didn't have the football.
Okay. Well, I was thinking if the difference was scripted plays and they had practiced them more, you know, we might see
Sorry,
if it's just
guys.
simple
I'll pay the
repetition
fine.
and practice, we might see a pretty big change by the Pittsburgh game. And going out the door.
Hey, Charlie, before you go, Charlie, you in the mood for another dog?
Oh, not one of yours.
Got him.
I'm sorry.
I can't. Benny has figured out whenever I go to a store that those doors open automatically, and I had him with me that day at Walmart. That was just the beginning. I stopped at another store, and here he comes flying through. So I got to leave him at home now whenever I got to go to town. But I was watching.
He got into Sam's. He got into Sam's, Charlie.
Yeah, come busting through the door 100 miles an hour. Looked like a Joe Milton pass.
That crowd's got to see Benny to really appreciate. Like,
oh man,
this new dog we have, Charlie. He's figured out he can hop our fence without a running start. He just hops over it like he's Carl Lewis. Like we're in big trouble. Me and Laura are about to put 8-foot planks out. It ought to keep a damn dog, Charlie. And I'm thinking that the farm might need another addition.
Oh no, I don't think so. If we have a listener watch party like at Corner 16, where people got that outside patio, I'm thinking about bringing him up there and let people see this nut job.
Yes, let him bite somebody.
He bit old boy up at the barn Thursday, and we won. So I hate it for Marvin, but you know how
you warned Marvin. Hey, you warned Marvin. He's gonna bite you, Marvin.
Listen what he did. He had jumped out of my truck, and I didn't know it, and I left. And I come back, and there he is. I said, I better get my dog this time. And Marvin said, yeah, I'll take that SOB with you. I kind of looked at him, and he said, I let him in the shop and fixed him a bowl of water, because he runs around like an idiot. Just panting. He said, I fixed him a bowl of water. He said, and then the SOB bit me.
Oh, Benny.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, Benny.
Oh.
Love you, sweet.
God bless America. God bless Benny the dog.
That was one of the
Benny
better
the
Tony
dog.
moments in a while.
Who
That
gets
was
away
good.
with it because he's so damn cute.
Oh, God.
Oh, my gosh. It's so funny. Josh Heupel on the other side of this. Adam Buckles is your Medicare specialist, your go-to guy when it comes to Medicare and your Medicare needs. If you're 65 and over or on disability, you owe it to yourself to call Adam Buckles. Adam is licensed all over the Southeast to handle your Medicare needs. Adam is a VFL to the core and wants to help you find
the right plan for
look at
you.
that.
Look, there are many options to
760.
choose
Hell
from.
yeah.
Even if you're already on Medicare,
2.5
Adam
hours
might
before we
just
gotta
have
sleep.
a better plan for your needs.
Less
So
than
take it
half
from
on some
TB.
diesel
Call
deal.
Adam Buckles at 423
Hopefully those prices come down.
7655. That's
What, 700 to fill up
423
in Washington,
7655.
man?
But
Woo.
don't just take it from me. Take it from Titans B.
Call Adam Buckles. He's my good Christian friend, and he'll take real good care of you. When you need an enhancer or two for your Medicare, call Adam Buckles.
423-213-7655.
Oh,
That's
God, Titans Bill.
423-213-7655. Tony Basilio here from my good friend Marcos Garza in your Garza Law Firm. Pretty jacked up that it's football time in Tennessee.
How about you?
Well, I still have word of a troubling development and what we can
I
do
was.
about it. Because carpetbaggers remain in our area. Out-of-town law firms, carpetbaggers, have been swarming in the East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, Birmingham, they've stormed into our area. You've seen the ads on television. You've heard some of these new ads that are popping up on radio. Let me ask you a question. Wouldn't you rather do business with somebody that's live and local? A local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and my friends at your Garza Law Firm are exactly that. These are your neighbors, your friends, our neighbors and friends. Support local causes year-round. Marcos Garza and the Garza Law Firm, always there for me when I have a need. For Fish Hospitality Pantry, and also our Machi Tailgate. Just to name a couple of things. They're live and local. They're one
you
of
hauling?
us. They're
Dynamite.
of our Earth. The Garza Law Firm works to
Oh,
serve
what
you
you hauling,
professionally
man?
on criminal matters,
Dynamite.
injuries, and
Let me go.
accident matters. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at GarzaLaw.com. And they will be for many, many years to come. Live, local, one of us. One of you. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help. Life never stops moving. And between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, weekly soccer practice, Tuesday night yoga, X number of coffee runs, and that weekend trip to Grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up. A tire designed for doers. A tire that's going to last. Like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety and comfort you expect, you can forget all about the miles ahead and focus on getting to your destination or conquering your to-do list. Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. That's Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. Fleet Tire. Carnes Motor Company is celebrating 20 years of serving the living East Tennessean. Like us here at your Tony Basilio show, Carnes Motor Company wins because Rob and Brian go above and beyond for you. Above and beyond. Carnes Motor Company will even buy or sell your vehicle. Yes, they'll buy or sell your vehicle for you. Plus, warm weather's here. It's time to get your air conditioning serviced and get your vehicle ready for vacation with their certified technicians. And the best part, bumper to bumper, pillar to post. Carnes Motor Company will serve all your vehicle needs. How else can you thrive for 20 years besides going above and beyond? You will win with Carnes Motor Company. 7447 Oak Ridge Highway. Online at carnesmotor.com. Win with Carnes Motor Company. The kids are off to college. They're hundreds of miles away. And me and Mrs. B are staring at each other in an empty house. She wants to get away, go see a show or an event. Who do we call?
It's
How about when she wants to go to an NFL game? Back to the phones. About a concert in Atlanta. Say an NBA game in Charlotte.
Shut the fuck up. God, this is the worst commercial ever. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Get us to where we advertise on Tony, folks, and get rid of that God-blessed commercial. God, I hate it.
It's called Seniors Helping Seniors. This is a special job that will work around your lifestyle. Whether you or the senior you know can provide just transportation to a fellow senior or have a full nursing background, you have the ability to work as many or as few hours as you would like. So any senior can do it. Give them a call
full like
and join the
nursing
life-giving team
hours
at
service.
Seniors Helping Seniors. 865-269-4483.
Well, I can't wait for Thursday. Get John Adams back on there.
269-4483.
The show after the second episode of Elite Porch Boys Pod, working title, always.
Seniors Helping Seniors.
Check it out. Subscribe, Elite Porch Talk Boys.
Mondays on the Basilio Show,
YouTube,
presented by our friends
various
at
social media things that we have to coordinate, which we're quite bad at currently. That's okay. We'll figure it out.
And now back to Boo.
Josh Heupel held his deal
Worked on the outline 2 days ago. Got it all finished up.
On your show of record.
Got our trivia. Here we go. We got to pay attention for once.
To get out, really the first opportunity we've had to go out and see people and places. It was awesome to get out.
The fuck do you mean the first opportunity?
Staff did a great job, and obviously you can tell we were all over the place. And awesome way to start our recruiting here this year. Looking forward to this weekend. Awesome opportunity to get back in front of Neyland. I talked about the crowd last week. Student body in particular is just phenomenal. Looking forward to a great crowd this Saturday. I think it's fitting that we get an opportunity to honor Coach Majors, just what he's meant to both programs as well. A lot of things that were really positive.
Johnny
I talked about after the game that you got a chance to see on tape as a staff. Proud of a lot of the things that our players did. Most importantly, playing with great effort and strain. I think you saw that in all three phases of the game. A lot of our players got an opportunity to see a lot of positives on tape, some things that we got to get better at. But this is a great opportunity to do that here. The focus this week is on Pitt. It's really on us, correcting the things that we can control. We got to control our preparation. That started for us this morning. With that, I'll open it up to some questions.
Control your preparation. What?
Josh, was there anything after watching the tape of the game that changed your mind after your initial impressions?
I think it reaffirmed the effort.
Jimmy Hyams is the king of these shady-ass, fucking backhanded questions where he's just looking for a soundbite to spend an hour talking about. Jesus Christ, Jimmy.
Better with all 11 playing with that type of effort. But a lot of positives. And on special teams, a lot of young players in particular getting their first action. Offensively, I thought the front five and the tight ends played extremely hard. There's some things that we obviously have to correct in the pass game, and everybody played a part in it. Quarterback having his eyes in the right spot and delivering the ball. Wide receivers understanding what we're asking them to do and being able to read coverage and
Sorry
right
about
zone.
it, buddy, but we got
insurance. Accuracy or catching the football, and then a couple of busts in protection that we need to clean up. So sit in the pocket and deliver it. When it looked good, all 11 were operating as one. When it didn't, somebody was off. We got to
try to miss them.
Great fundamentals and technique and learn from those things and get better this week, and certainly can do that.
Oh, sons of bitches, give me a break.
Josh, were you able to get many recruits in here for a visit on the Thursday night game?
Thursday night's tough for recruiting, especially. You got
why'd you move it?
Friday. A lot of them have things that they're doing on Thursday nights just as they're
great
preparing
point
for
by
a game.
Caleb Vall in the last pod.
Some are playing on Thursday night too, so the combination of both weren't able to have anybody in. Looking forward to us in our program being able to have guys in here this Saturday. That'll be our first opportunity to really host guys here for a game day environment.
Come on.
Hey Coach, Madison with WBIR. You spoke on it some, but why was it important to make Saturday's game the Johnny Majors Classic with the history of him at Tennessee and at Pittsburgh? First time playing since 1983, so why was that important?
Yeah, it's unique that Coach Majors had such a huge impact on both programs.
The VLT going the way of Waiting to the last minute to do your
his
goddamn
legacy
homework
lives on here
about
at Tennessee.
something.
He's a part of the foundation of who we are. He's a cornerstone of it. I think it's a fitting opportunity to pay tribute to him from both programs, and it's unique that you have a coach that is that instrumental in two different programs, and very few opportunities that you get a chance to recognize that with both teams playing.
Coach, when you went back to Washington State, what changed for Joe or changed the defense? He started 9 for 11.
Yeah.
In the first quarter, he was super hot, and it just wasn't that way for the final.
Right. A lot of it is simple execution. It's him having eyes in the right spot, his feet being in the right position to be accurate with the football. You know, there's a couple times where we hit a receiver
$3.93 a gallon.
catch.
Jesus
Some
Christ.
things where wide receivers aren't reading it the same way that
What
he
the
is.
hell?
A couple things in protection where he's scrambling.
No, don't give me that bullshit, Josh Heupel. No, we're
It's
not
all
doing
about
this
doing
shit
a job at
again.
a really high level.
The guy
That's
can't
when
fucking play
offensive
quarterback.
to put yourself in a
Shut
position
the
where you're
fuck
not
up.
at that level. There's things that we can control, that we can do to make sure that we perform at a higher level consistently.
My God, no confidence. Out.
Two things.
Out.
Dealing
All
update
out
on
after
Cooper
one
Mays'
goddamn
availability,
game.
And then also,
Fuck,
when
man.
you looked at the tape,
Oh,
how did you
fuck!
evaluate Ollie, their guard,
Oh,
and
it
Joe's
just
line number
hit.
7?
Yeah,
The
Cooper's
crisis.
today, moving around.
Oh,
you know, as the
my
week
God.
unfolds, we'll
We're
continue
never
to
gonna be
get
good
a
again.
better feel if he'll be on.
This
100%
was it.
for
This was the
kickoff.
hire.
I thought Jerome sliding over. Obviously,
This
the
was
holding
the
calls,
one.
but other than that, executed and performed at a really high level inside.
Fuck.
Did a great job of communication, getting everybody on the same page. Some different things that we saw.
Oh,
up front
my God, look
structure-wise
at
from
that
him.
view.
I thought he
What
handled
a
it really
view.
pretty seamlessly in there. Ollie did some really positive things. A couple of the pin pulls where he's out in space, did a good job getting up on the second level. Thought he handled himself really well.
Do you expect Jimmy Callaway back this week?
Yeah, we do expect Jimmy to be back playing this week.
You know, looked at the defensive line before, so they killed 11 guys.
Yeah.
Is that kind of about the number?
Going into the game, I felt like we would rotate, you know, give or take a couple
That was
guys
one
in
of
that
the
rotation.
most
You're gonna see a
exciting
steady
things
dose
to come
of
from
guys
the game
rotating,
was
being able to be fresh and play extremely hard.
Rotation of defense. Loved it.
Adam Sparks, Knox News. You talked about things that are correctable in the passing game from every position.
Bangs.
How common is that when you're putting in a new system, a few new wideouts, a new quarterback? How common in your experience is that you need
Yeah, you
this?
don't want it to be that way. You want to go out and execute. The second half of that ball game is probably as poorly as we've executed since we started training camp. Somebody asked that question after the ball game. Didn't want to answer that before.
Oh no, no hype, no, don't make us do it. Don't make us do it.
Yeah, Coach, you've played against Pat Narduzzi's defenses before. What is the challenge going against them, and specifically for your receivers?
Brent Hubbs, good old liberal, wearing a mask.
Consider
Good
what
on you, Brent.
typically does in the secondary.
Yeah, you're going to see a bunch of man press, you know, based out of the quarters, but they'll play multiple coverages out of it.
Foggy as hell.
They're a well-coached
591
team.
miles to
Game
go.
will be,
Don't have to
tough
sleep
and
before we
physical.
get there.
That's out on the
thankfully.
perimeter. That's inside the core too. And
Which
you
money
gotta
we
be
looking
tough, you gotta
at?
be strain. You got to play with a physical presence. That's going to be important for us out on the perimeter.
Hell
It'll be
yes.
true for the guys in the core too.
How would you rate your wide receivers' physicality through camp and through the first game?
Yeah, those guys are tough,
F.
physical. We put them in those situations.
F. Where's Ramel Keep?
I anticipate them to play with a great competitive edge on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, more on that defense. It's a defense that gets after the quarterback, 5 sacks in week 1. I know they lost some from last year, but how does your offensive line, specifically the tackles, kind of go about this week in preparing for that?
Yeah, they lost a couple of elite players off the edge from last year's defense. They still got a bunch of guys that can get after the quarterback. They do that in base downs, first and second. Third down, have multiple schemes to try to mess with your protections and create matchups where they can get after the quarterback. You got to do a great job of chewing up yards. You don't want to be in third and long on these guys. At the
Man,
same
I
time,
am
first
like
and second down,
genuinely
between the front four and the
scared
pressures that they
driving
bring.
right now.
You
It
gotta
is
do a great job
so
of protecting the
fucking
quarterback.
foggy. Oh my God.
Was that the case, or is that something that will
Yeah, we did. I think you'll see some
Glad we
rotation
were able to do a
of our
majority on that
second-level guys
first
throughout the
night,
course of
though.
the season because they've earned the right to go out there and play. I thought they played well the other night. I thought the two guys that started, Jeremy and Jawan, were great the other night. Guys that we recognized inside the team room, just playing with great effort and strain. They flew around, played sideline to sideline, and were great in their communication between third level and first level too.
Yes.
Two quick questions. Josh, Mackenzie Milton looked like he would never play football again. He played last night. Just your reaction
Oh,
to that?
God, Jimmy.
I got home. I had turned the ball game on late in the third and went to bed early in the fourth. Woke up to a barrage of text messages from a bunch of buddies. And so this morning I just tried to find the highlights. And unbelievable story. Only him can do what he's done over the last 3 years, coming back from, in the early hours of that injury, just hoping that he was going to be able to keep his leg to, a 2.5, 3 year rehab process to get back. It started with just wanting to be able to have a normal functioning leg and have a normal life to, now becoming a guy that can go play. And you can see last night, he's back to doing the things that he's able to do, man. He's special inside the white lines. He's got great command, great presence, and has unbelievable playmaking ability. You guys saw that last night. Special, unbelievable to see and be able to watch.
And regarding practice, you've closed it recently. What's your thinking on that, and do you plan to continue that for the rest of the season?
Really, the Tuesdays as we're used to, it's just the practice structure of what we do and how we start our practices during the course of the season. We're into some.
Why are you stopping, you idiot? Get out of the damn way, moron.
Coach, anything new on Byron Young, and you guys prepare this week like he'll be back, or
preparing like he'll be back? We'll get word at some point this week from the NCAA.
Coach, you played in a program in Oklahoma where I guess Bud Wilkinson is kind of analogous to General Nealand here. And I asked that, just how much do you incorporate the famous 7 maxims into what you do?
We read the maxims before every game. Our players see it. It's in our building. They walk by it every single day. As I've gotten here and tried to understand what the players felt like were important traditions in the history of Tennessee football, that was one of the things that they mentioned right away. It's why we.
Is that why we don't play Rocky Top anymore, you son of a bitch? Huh?
To the culture of Tennessee.
Huh? Goddamn disgrace.
When breaking down Pittsburgh, a veteran quarterback, and Pickett over there, what do you see in his game? What are the challenges for your defense this week?
Yeah, I couldn't believe he's still around. He's been there forever. He's continued to grow as a playmaker from the first time that I've seen him. He's got great command and understanding of what they're doing. He's a really good decision maker. He's got the ability to make plays too, uniquely extend and create some plays. They put a ton of pressure on him, and when I say that, I mean they put the ball in his hands a bunch and trust him, and you've seen him play at a really high level.
Josh, the way Theo Jackson performed in that game, he seemed to fly around. He wasn't hesitant at all. He knew where he was going. How much is that something that y'all had seen from him throughout camp?
Yeah, we expect him to play at a really high level because of who he is inside of our program, and just how he interacts with his teammates, how he competes every single day. That's why he was the team captain, on Thursday night, for the first night. But we expected him to play at a really high level. That's
was
how
really
he's
happy to
performed,
see Theo's performance, man. He killed it. He was everywhere.
He's got great understanding of what we're trying to do defensively and what his job, but really the job of the guys around him is as well. And that's why you saw him play at a really high level the other night.
What stood out to you in terms of special teams?
I think some of our young guys flying around, whether it's kickoff or punt, just playing with effort, technique, and strain. Some of the things that we've been talking about since we first started football, day one of spring ball, got a chance to see a lot of those things show up on tape, and that effort and technique, those are things that correlate over to the offensive and defensive side of the ball as well. But for a lot of young guys, it starts right there. You saw a lot of guys play really well.
What was, when you watched the tape, what was your evaluation of your running backs? What did you like that Tyon and Jabari did? And I know that Bowling Green maybe wasn't the most formidable rush defense from the previous year, but what did you like about the execution of your run game?
I thought as the night went on, they did a really good job of some of the scheme changes that we made. They adjusted to them at the running back position. I thought they did a really good job of pressing the line of scrimmage and delivering second-level blocks to some of our combinations, whether it's a center and a guard or a guard and a tackle. I thought they bounced it when it was right to bounce. They didn't just look to bounce it. And I thought they finished the runs really well, trying to get +2 at the end of it. Majority of the night, their ball security, getting pad under pad, arm bar, two hands on the football. I thought they did a really good job of that.
To piggyback what Brent was talking about, Jalen got in late in the third.
Jeez
Seemed
Louise,
like he was trying to
man.
bounce everything,
Hell,
try to make
guys.
the big play. Is that something you guys try to hit on him with this week? Just kind of don't be so impatient. Just let it come to you.
First time in the ball game under the lights. He's been phenomenal during training camp. Expect him to play at a really high level. He bounced a couple of the runs right there. Unique structure to one of the schemes that he ran, or we ran it against, different than what he had prepared for. But expect him to have a big game on Saturday.
Josh, do kickoff times make any difference to you? Would you rather play at night than, say, an early start, a noon start?
For our players, I don't think it matters. As far as being prepared and ready to play when it's time to kick off. I think if you ask most players and coaches, they prefer to play early because you get to go to bed, wake up, and the game's on you. You're not sitting around in the hotel all day with anticipation. For your players, they get a chance to enjoy their families after the ball game and kind of decompress and enjoy the moment.
And there you go, Josh Heupel, who I thought was real honest there and forthcoming. And was talking about the second half of the game and going back and looking at it. And he was just like, hey, we got to be better. We have just got to get and be.
I mean, if you're performing like that
better
against Bowling Green State,
and I thought that was kind of interesting.
No, that's who you are.
About
no, sorry.
His
Show me
wide receivers, and Heupel basically chose not to answer that question, but they're not thrilled with what they're getting from their receivers. So, and that is a full, bigger piece of the puzzle than blaming the quarterback. Though the quarterback's got to be better. Bino, I thought that was, I like this guy. I hope he succeeds because there's kind of a what you see is what you get thing to him, and he's not working to throw players under the bus either.
Yeah, Tony, I don't know how I failed to mention something.
All right, 440 miles.
In 6 hours on the radio, but I did, and that was.
Oh no.
When I was on the way home from the game on Thursday and listening to you, and you put Josh's post-game comments on the air, I just thought that it was refreshing how open he was, and that he basically said what I saw without being overly critical of his players. I think he's that is a gift. It appears to me early on that's a gift of his.
I think it's good that they sort of left a little bit to be desired in that game instead of just putting on
Moab
63
here.
Interesting.
Score.
For headquarters.
It sort of gives them a chance to know they can't. They haven't arrived yet. That they're an unfinished product. I think Kiffin's first team, or his only team, first game, they won like 63-10, and then the next week thought they could just roll, and
63-7.
It doesn't work like that.
Well, I'd like for you to blog on that, if you will, because that seems to be a point that's worth, certainly worth exploring. But
I like the line direction. Pitt's now a 3.5-point favorite.
Wow.
Moved up.
As I wrote in the blog today, not surprising, simply because Tennessee was not impressive, and our fans are going to keep their money in their pockets after what they saw, because our fans are spooked by the quarterback play.
I doubt that.
It's a part of the condition here right now.
Decent crowd.
So that's not surprising. So you're telling me
there's their headquarters on the right.
As I think did it start at Tennessee at 1 or a pick?
It was it's +1 for Tennessee. Now it's +3.5.
Not surprising.
I think it opened as a pick.
Yeah. Went to +1. Right, Nina?
It's jumped. That's a big
Huge
jump.
game. Need this win.
Huge jump.
Well, we
Need
looked like dog meat. I mean, in a word, we looked like dog meat. To our callers, stay there. I'm going to come back on the other side. I would love to hear from you. We're going to break it down with you scientifically. I got to pay a bill or two here. I got to talk to Emers throughout. Call Double J on your way to the game and pick up a Calhoun's Feed 5 or Feed 10 family pack. You already know nothing goes better with football than Calhoun's world-famous barbecue. Now you can get the Calhoun's Feed 5 or Feed 10 family pack with amazing barbecue ribs. Calhoun's Feed 5 or Feed 10 family pack is a touchdown in a box. And now with Calhoun's barbecue or ribs. Add the buns, Smoky Mountain baked beans, and creamy coleslaw, and you're winning. Calhoun's even throws in the plates, napkins, and utensils for an easy-to-carry box. And the best part, it's just under $6 per person for the barbecue. Calhoun's Feed 5 or Feed 10 family pack is undefeated, and now with ribs. And brisket available on Wednesdays. Call ahead and order online or from our convenient app, and we'll have it ready and waiting. The Feed 5 and Feed 10 family pack from Calhoun's. One of the Copper Cellar family of restaurants, Calhoun's. Eat local. Eat good. Everyone's workplace is changing, and Office Furniture Outfitters is here to help you roll with the changes. Whether you're moving your office, rearranging, or setting up a new office at home or wherever, OFO has what you need. New and used options in stock, ready to go. Desks, sit-to-stand desks, numerous desk chair options, bookcases, you name it, here and ready for you to pick up or delivered right to you. Check out the in-stock options on their website at OFOKnox.com or click the link at TonyBasilio.com for more. If they don't have what you're looking for, OFO can usually find it very quickly. It's never been easier to outfit your office. And don't forget, Office Furniture Outfitters is still your local Herman Miller dealer. Aeron chairs in stock. Feel the comfort. No job too big or too small. And they can come to you, measure your space, deliver right to you, and set everything up. Or we can work with you remotely. Live and local for over 25 years. Office Furniture Outfitters. Call 524-3003 or visit OFOKnox.com. Office Furniture Outfitters. The Knoxville real estate market is moving faster than Josh Heupel's offense. And Knoxville Real Estate Group has a game plan to help you stay in the game. If you're looking to make a move now or 6 months from now, if you know or think you're moving, get in the game now. Don't throw a Hail Mary. Knoxville Real Estate Group has the coaches to help you win. We're joined by our coaching staff, Shay Bain, Tanja Doty, and Steve Doty. Things are really heating up in our market.
Yes, they are, Tony. And like Josh Heupel, we have to call the right plays quickly. How about it, Shay?
Whether you're buying a house or selling a house, you've got to make a quick call. Knoxville Real Estate Group is here to coach you through the experience to maximize your investment on both ends of the deal.
We love winning games for our clients. At Knoxville Real Estate Group, we've been doing that for over 16 years. We have the playbook to help you score.
You tell them, Tanja.
The bottom line is we're homeowners just like you. We're a part of this community. We're the hometown team. When we see you around town, we want to see you with that winning smile.
Rates are crazy, so you can buy more house for your money.
And Johnny Majors, my favorite, said attack, attack, attack. And at Knoxville Real Estate Group, we stay on top of the market, put together a game day strategy, and are always ready to make scrimmage line adjustments for your offensive advantage.
For a home team victory, Knoxville Real Estate Group is the winning call.
Scrimmage line
real estate market.
adjustments.
Online at KnoxvilleRealEstateGroup.com.
What the hell
Life
does
never
that
stops
mean?
moving. And between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, weekly soccer practice,
man, I
Tuesday
can't-
night
oh my
yoga,
God.
X number of coffee runs, and then weekend
God.
trip with grandmas, you're racking up the
Oh,
miles.
these ads
What you
kill
need is
me.
a tire that can keep up. A tire designed for doers. A tire that
it's going to last. Like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety and comfort you expect, you can forget all about the miles ahead and focus on getting to your destination or conquering your to-do list. Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. That's Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. Fleet Tire. It's electric! TV here for Advent Electric. It's electric. Advent Electric, among the Southeast premier residential and commercial electrical contractors for over 20 years. You'll recognize our work from places like Neyland Stadium and Thompson Bowling Arena, Knoxville Convention Center, and the Sun Sphere. From wiring a downtown high-rise to installing a new fixture at your family's home, at Advent Electric, no job is too big or too small. Homeowners, as your electric bill through the roof, let our team of service experts show you the latest trends in lighting and LED fixtures that'll make your home more energy efficient, keeping your
Push up
hard-earned
that
money in
speed
your pocket.
limit
If
here.
you're an electrician, we're always looking for quality individuals to join our team, including competitive pay and benefits. And business owners and managers, let Advent's facility maintenance team help you with all your ongoing maintenance issues. With 24-hour service, we can keep your business up and running with one service call. Serving East Tennessee and the Nashville area.
Oh my God.
655-588-0631.
What was
You
that?
online at adventelectric.com.
What is happening?
Tell them Bacilio sent you. Advent Electric. It's electric. Advent Electric.
Turn.
Stover's Liquidation knows that the cost
The
of
curve
materials to build or remodel a home is
scared
going
me,
up,
and then somebody said boogie woogie woogie.
No, it's Stover's Liquidation.
Really
Great
scared.
prices
I was
every
like, what the
day.
hell?
Luxury vinyl plank starting at just 69 cents per square foot. Pre-finished hardwood flooring starting at just $129 per square foot. Appliances, 40% less than you pay at the big box store. Just in, beautiful 3/4 by 6 pre-finished hardwood flooring. Several great colors. Get it before it's gone. Come shop us in Oak Ridge or online anytime at stoversliquidation.com. Stover.
Yeah, I'm not going to that damn waste
It's
station.
always magnificent.
It's in the middle of
Mondays on the
nowhere.
Basilio Show.
Say it.
Presented by our
Nope.
friends at Fleet Tire.
Say it, Tony.
I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. Fleet Tire. I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. And now, back to Boo.
We got our own Greek freak. His name is Aris Theophanopoulos. He is with your Tennessee Smokies. How many times have you been referred to as a Greek freak?
At least once a day.
Beautiful. Aris, how you doing? Bino refers to you as Aris Extra Dry. I keep him away from that. I love you. You're my guy. How you doing, brother? Good to talk to you.
Long time no talk. It's about time that we finally got to talking with each other. What's been going on?
Well, you know, our Smokies are getting ready to close the season, but we're going to do it in style because I think that like the main event of the week is Tony Vitello bobblehead night. All the ladies want one, all the men want to be him, and all the ladies want to sleep with a Tony Vitello bobblehead doll, baby. But before we get there, we got lots
God.
going on, including for those of us that are listening who have the peanut allergies, that is a real thing, and that is a real thing at ballparks. You guys are going to give those folks a night tomorrow, and it's going to be beautiful weather. Tell me about it.
Yes, it's our annual peanut-free night at the ballpark taking place tomorrow, September 7th at Smoky Stadium, brought to you by the Allergy, Asthma, and Science Center. And just as you stated, it's a night that is dedicated for those that suffer from peanut allergies. And we've circled this date on the calendar for a while now because the past 2 weeks, our Tennessee Smokies have been on the road. And we've used that 2 weeks to clean up the ballpark. We power washed the ground.
I was going to say,
walked down every single seat.
seems like
get
a
rid of
pretty
every
big deal to
peanut that we
just,
have.
yeah, we're doing it.
Fans, really give this place a good scrub down so all the peanut residue is gone so we can bring this opportunity for fans, kids to come out to the ballpark and have a safe environment for those that suffer from peanut allergies.
Yeah, and that's a real thing. My daughter had a young lady that played on her tennis team in college, and she literally had somebody like open peanuts near her during a match, like sitting next to her, and the girl didn't know she was playing, and she got like sick right on the spot. It was very scary looking. Couldn't breathe, the whole deal.
That's crazy. Crap.
And working with them, I found out that now actually 1% of the United States has a peanut allergy.
Wow.
So it's literally 1 out of every 100 people. The percentages have gone up recently for kids that are diagnosed that are
If it
allergic
was
to
1%, I don't think
God
it would be
bless
1 in
those
100,
folks.
would it?
What else do we have coming up on the homestand besides Tony Vitello bobblehead night? And did you get one specially made for Bino with Tony Vitello in a Speedo? Bino, is it true that's what you wanted in your Tony Vitello bobblehead?
No, Tony, it isn't.
Well, I was just trying to fill up your Christmas list, Tony.
Harris, continue.
This is our last homestand of the entire season. So this is the last chance for you to bring out the family and the friends to the ballpark. Tuesday, as I said, is peanut free night. Wednesday, our last all-you-can-eat Wednesday of the season. Our final Thirsty Thursday on September 9th. And then that takes us to our UT night, which we are giving away 1,500 Tiny Tonys at the ballpark. We've been calling them Tiny Tony at the ballpark.
Roundabout.
And Tony, let's make sure Tony's not listening. Tony's already kind of Tony, I hope you're not listening.
Oh, not a roundabout. Okay.
Bino, you say it. Tony's already kind of... You say it, Bino. Go ahead.
I'm not going to do it, Tony.
Tiny Tonys. They are incredible. Hey, Craigie Boy Jenkins sent me a full photo, front and back, the other day. God, they're unbelievable looking.
Oh.
Brian Hartman right now wants one so badly he can't see straight.
Okay.
So how do people buy Tiny Tonys?
Go!
Well, I'll tell you this.
Yes.
These Tiny Tonys come in a variety of uniforms. We have an orange uniform, and we have them in the white uniform. The white uniform is going to be the standard, but you can secure yourself a white uniform Tony and an orange uniform Tony by purchasing our Tony Vitello bobblehead package. Just $79, available right now, SmokiesBaseball.com, or give us a call, 865-286-2300. You get both bobbleheads and T-shirts for the night, of course, tickets to the game. And, you know, if you don't want to get them ahead and you'd rather push it off to the last second, we will be randomly dispersing the orange jersey bobbleheads in with the white jersey bobbleheads when you come into the game.
And here's the thing about it. And this is what, Friday night, right?
This is Friday night, September 10th.
So this is a prelude.
Damn, Mr. FedEx.
Those of you who are in town.
Jesus Christ.
To the noon start
just
against
took the fuck
Pittsburgh.
off.
You can go up there. What a sports weekend you'll have. How about a win over Pitt? And you leave town with a Tony Vitello bobblehead. Some of you might leave town with both. And I understand we're also going to have some heroes of the spring from Tennessee baseball who are going to be on hand, a meeting and greeting at various areas in the concourse. Some Tennessee baseball players, NIL. Can you confirm nor deny that?
I can confirm it, yes. You need to stay glued to SmokiesBaseball.com, at SmokiesBaseball on Twitter and Instagram and our Facebook page, where we will be announcing what players will be attending our UT night on September 10th. Autograph meet and greet. Come see some of the heroes of the ball of baseball.
Aries, how do they do all this? Again, for the bobblehead package and all that, and tickets for the week, how do they do all that? Talk to me.
Call us 865-286-2300 or visit us at SmokiesBaseball.com. The only way that you can secure both variations
Don't make
of that
it sound like
bobblehead
your
is by
commercial,
purchasing
Mr.
that
Greek
bobblehead
Freak.
package. That's only available until Wednesday at 5 o'clock.
Aris, thanks for being a tremendous sport and being on with us this year and rolling with our fun and frivolity and the silliness that we provide. But you guys are a tremendous corporate partner of what we do. You've stood, for instance, when we've had needs for our tailgate with the kids, you guys have stood there. Other great causes that we've asked you guys to get involved with. You guys are terrific partners of what we do, and I just want to say that live on the air to you and the entire Smokies baseball family. God bless the Smokies.
God bless you, brother. Thank you so much for everything. Look forward to talking to you soon.
And my best to you and Leslie. And I look forward to getting out there on Friday night for the Vitello bobblehead night, which will never be forgotten by the common fan.
Let's party.
Let's party.
Oh, God.
Thank you. And by the way, Aris, are the Phillies making the playoffs?
No.
it's not just me. You see the negativity from Eris? You see it, Bino? It's not just me, Bino. And he had joined his voice when he said no, like a true Philadelphia fan. No.
It's like, what kind of question is that?
Yeah, like, what are you kidding me? My son's like, let's go over the weekend. I'm like, let's go where? We just played the Nationals. Like, let's go where? Thank you, Eris. Love you, brother.
Take care.
Let's go to the phones. Appreciate it, Eris. Theophanopoulos. Easy for you to say, Bino.
Oh, that's funny shit. Let's go.
Go to the phones, get as many people in here as humanly possible. Hello and welcome into our next call. You're live on the Basilio Show on a Monday. Race fans.
Tony's on it.
I've got
fuck.
3 words to put into the show record.
Yes.
For our mid-state fans over the plateau.
Yeah.
Randy beats Vandy.
By the way, your appearance the other night on here, Martin Vaught is drawing rave reviews. I think there were 2 breakout stars of our overnight celebration.
Matt and Halls.
You and Florida.
Florida!
You and Florida stole
God
the show.
damn it, Tony!
Oh man, I love to call it Florida.
I buried Florida.
Florida, and you know, I'm just out here having fun.
Florida.
Man. I just really appreciate having the opportunity to be in there, and man, I'm looking forward to meeting Bino someday and Brian. Haven't yet met those fellas, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Well, your mommy
Bino,
called
would
you had to
think
go to
Martin
bed,
Vaught? Did you think that
Martin.
Martin Vaught was good on here, Bino? Yes or no?
Tony, I was asleep.
Yes.
And I've heard that he was excellent, and I'm not at all surprised, and I will...
What'd you hear about Matt and Halls, Bino?
So instead of saying, Martin Vaught, that you did well, Bino said, I'm asleep. I was asleep, Martin Vaught. Thoughts on that? Instead of lying.
Well, the way I'm feeling this morning,
Yes.
he might be ahead of me. I don't blame him. And I've been all tired for some days. Bino's ready to do it. So,
Martin Vaught, can you imagine how tired your boy TB is? Because I played 4 hours of music that night, live music.
I was actually a little worried about it. Seriously.
Really?
I can take it. But I know you've got the Dr. Rogers.
Oh, brother, I went for it in the Tennessee Heat, man. We had such a fun time. We played longer than we were supposed to.
Yeah, you might have been having an out-of-body experience.
Oh, it was so fun. It was so fun. So fun.
Hey, I wanted to add this into the dialogue.
Yes.
Johnny Majors, who was the first coach I remember, obviously. I'm 37. So, first of all, college football is great.
37?
Alabama thing. And here's where I'm going to go with that. I was a Sigma Chi UT, but the older fellows will let you know. Johnny, on home game weekend, used to eat at the fraternity house with the students. On a Friday night, just kind of let talk about the game and everything else under the sun.
I bet that's what Johnny was doing.
Are you freaking kidding me? You know, the Alabama thing needs to be dealt with. Do you guys know? Is everybody listening to the sound of my voice, even the Alabama fans, with the concept that y'all suck? Y'all need to get off the damn stage. It's time for somebody else. Can you please just stop? Stop it already. It's not fun. It's not interesting. We had a great college football weekend, and you weren't a part of it. Most of us don't acknowledge it. Martin Vaught, did you acknowledge? I didn't turn their game on. I refuse.
Oh, God, I watched like 2 minutes of it.
Here's the issue. And Herb Street, for all the crap I give him, he's right on one thing. These conferences are going to, because they have so much power now, and these conferences, they're going to go for their most powerful team. So Bama is going to be able to keep getting away with it until somebody steps in. And outside of Bama, what an incredible football weekend. And even with the Disney-type theme from last night that ESPN or ABC, whatever it is, so we're really trying to push. They could have just laid back and let us. We all knew what's going on here. I mean,
Joe Tessitore. Oh, it was a great story. But Joe Tessitore was so over the top you couldn't enjoy it. And I like Joe usually. What are you doing, Joe? What are you, Brent Musburger? What are you calling it, the Olympics? That game was good enough to stand on its own. They didn't need to do that.
One of the things I wanted to throw in, obviously Thursday night, because we were one of the few games on. I obviously we're rightfully pretty harsh on the quarterback situation, the receivers. I noticed that Heupel kind of mentioned that there was a wide receiver miscommunication there. So, I don't know, but there were definitely some open guys. But I will say this in defense of that, number one, we got to now see a lot of other teams play, and there was a lot of ugly in some other teams, including Florida.
Boy, we are booking
might
it.
have a quarterback problem yourself. And at the same time, I want people to also realize that in regards to Heupel, don't put the sense of Pruitt on Heupel, because he got here late, went out and took a shot on a guy who's got a high ceiling.
Oh,
give him
shit.
a shot.
Damn it.
I have faith in him that if it doesn't work out, he's going to have the hook for him. And he's got a Hendon Hooker guy that I think that can get this team to maybe 6 wins. And six wins would be a good season with this ball club.
Be a great season with this ball club. 6 wins
Absolutely.
with that team we have been a really nice season.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
The depth, you can tell with the depth, there ain't much.
Yeah.
We're looking game 1, and we're already seeing once that guy goes down, it's a long fall. So,
Yeah.
anyways.
If he were a Manning, they would have called him Cupper. And when Cupper went down, Bino, that changed our total offense, changed the game when Cupper went down, Beanstar.
Yeah,
No
he's
doubt.
obviously the captain of that offensive line, and I didn't realize just how important he was to the continuity of that unit.
We need 2 things to happen this weekend. We need Cupper to get back, and we need them to do their tricks with Byron Young.
come on.
Here's what they're trying to do. He's suspended for 2 games. They are trying to petition to allow them to do the old Urban Meyer thing, which is to say suspend him for last week and suspend him for Tennessee Tech and let him play in the game of consequence, the sandwich game there, and hopefully they're able to do it, as you heard Josh Heupel say today. They are feeling kind of hopeful, or Josh Heupel wouldn't have said that he's going to be able to play this week, and I hope they can pull that off.
Turn right.
Yeah, I think they'll need it because we're going to have to create. We were close to creating turnovers this past
didn't
week.
get any, though.
And hopefully those come to fruition. If we can get those turnovers, I think we got a chance to win the ball game. If Pitt plays mistake-free, I'm a little worried. But, yeah, we'll see. Hey, week 1 to week 2.
You got it. A lot of improvement. Yep, and thank you. You can improve, though, from week 1 to week 2, Sonny Boy. I'll tell you that. Let's go back to our phones. Hello and welcome into our next call.
Are back. I love it.
What's up?
Tony, is Josh Heupel going to play fast, be exciting? I was asleep in the 3rd quarter. I mean, Tony, y'all are putting your hopes on this quarterback. He couldn't play at Michigan. He couldn't play in the Big Ten. How's he going to play in the SEC?
Hell yeah.
They look great Saturday against the team that's supposed to win the match.
This Mark?
Michigan.
Mark in
Yes,
Columba?
they did. They looked great Saturday. They sure did against the MAC favorite. You're saying a mouthful there. Michigan got off to a good start in the post era of their quarterback. Look, I said the entire time, and I will continue to say, when it comes to our quarterback situation, I don't have a dog in the fight. I want to see the best guy play. Joe Milton looks to me, like he has a long way to go. No question about it. And the first couple of offensive series were very impressive, but you
they
on
were
this very show said
scripted.
that you are going to be in the boat when the Vols land Walter Nolan. And I'm here to tell you right now that you better get your freaking shorts on. You better pack yourself a little sandwich to get in that canoe.
Oh, baby.
The big orange canoe.
Okay.
There, big boy.
Okay.
All right. Hey, I said I'd put back in the water if they land Walter Nolan.
All right. And you will quit falling asleep during games, you clown.
Until then, I won't be watching unless it's on TV and I'm not doing anything else.
Bino, did you hear that? He had to come on the show today and proclaim to us that he won't be watching unless it's on TV, Bino. Bino, I'd like you to respond to that.
I mean, I won't be going to games, Tony, is my point. That's my point by saying that. I won't be attending.
Bino,
to go watch that product.
Bino, respond to that, please.
I've never watched a game that wasn't on TV either, Tony, unless I was there.
And nobody believes you fell asleep. By the way, nobody listening believes you fell asleep here tonight. Brian, do you believe this guy fell asleep?
Tony, I called in your show in the beginning of the fourth quarter, and it was dead air when you came to me because I was asleep.
Brian, do you believe the guy? You just did that for a fact. You did that for a fact. You wanted to call back 3 o'clock in the morning and tell us what you told us. Because you worked a big gimmick and a bit on here. I know you, you clown. You worked a gimmick and a bit.
Tony, can I ask you another question here?
Yeah,
Are we now
And Mark keeping it kayfabe, and here come the
It's a good
drums.
thing they didn't look good in the first game. Because then, we'll have the expectations. Did I really hear that?
Brian, did you say that? Because I
42
want Brian
miles,
to
baby.
blog on
Let's
that.
go.
Brian?
Yeah, I think it can be good to know that a team, they have success early and they think they can let up and think psychologically, well, we've arrived, and then Pittsburgh comes down and knocks them down a notch.
Oh,
Go ahead. Now, what did you
right.
think of Florida's quarterback play over the weekend, big boy? You're all like, you're assessing all this and breaking it down scientifically. What did you think of Florida over the weekend, big boy?
They'll beat us by 3 touchdowns.
Ball with what? They were struggling. They were struggling with an absolute hoopty the other night. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns where?
Tony, we ain't crossing the 50 against Georgia. We won't cross the 50 against that team.
Bino, why is he so
Oh,
joyful when he
Mark.
says that, Bino?
Love him. Love him.
Tony, Mark can put on all of this that he wants to, that the program's dead and he doesn't give a rat's ass about it, but he watched the game and he calls the show every day.
Yeah.
I fell asleep when I watched the game. From the
Nobody believes you.
I believe
nobody
him.
believes you.
I believe you, Mark.
Tony.
But we take all kinds. Look, I take Florida's call. He shows fear on here. You're lying to yourself right now. I feel like a psychologist. You've created this. You've created this false prism in your mind.
Instead of worrying about beating Florida, worry about beating South Carolina, because that might actually be a good game. We're going to struggle to beat
Oh shit, that's great. Oh god. He's fucking right though. Oh Mark, you're the best caller. Don't stop. You're right. He's right. God bless. He's right. Oh no. Oh shit.
865-200-5402. What was it, Brian? What'd you say? I'm sorry, you got drowned out there. It's dad. It's dad. It's dad. What a clown.
Mark's big orange. He's big orange mortician. He's watching dead things now.
He is big orange mortician. That's a good line, Bino. 865-200-5402. Hey, Mark, you ain't killing my show and you ain't killing my spirit, brother.
Continue straight.
And you ain't lying to me either.
TB here and Seniors Helping Seniors is something I'm excited to tell you about. This is a life-giving change in the way we treat and care for the seniors among us. If you have a senior in your life, I hope you'll consider Seniors Helping Seniors. Seniors Helping Seniors help
Alright, how
seniors
far away are we?
maintain their independence
9
and
miles,
live out their
baby.
lives at home with dignity, using caregivers who are compassionate fellow seniors throughout East Tennessee. Our in-home care doesn't just feel like a service. It's more like getting help from a friend. We're all about companionship and a true connection at Seniors Helping Seniors. Call 865-269-4483. That's 865-269-4483. Online at seniorshelpingseniors.com. Seniors Helping Seniors. Tony Basilio here from my good friend Marcos Garza in your Garza Law Firm. Pretty jacked up that it's football time in Tennessee.
How about you?
Well, I still have word of a troubling development and what we can do about it. Because carpetbaggers remain in our area. Out-of-town law firms, carpetbaggers, have been swarming in the East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, Birmingham, they've stormed into our area. You've seen the ads on television. You've heard some of these new ads that are popping up on on radio. Let me ask you a question. Wouldn't you rather do business with somebody that's live and local? A local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and my friends at your Garza Law Firm are exactly that. These are your neighbors, your friends, our neighbors and friends. Support local causes year-round. Marcos Garza and the Garza Law Firm, always there for me when I have a need. For Fish Hospitality Pantry, and also our Machi Tailgate, just to name a couple of things. They're live and local. They're one of us. They're of our earth. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries,
let's get
and
that damn
accident
money.
matters. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at GarzaLaw.com, and they will be
318,
for
so we'll be
many,
close to that
many
$3.5
years
million
to
mark.
come. Live,
Of course, we
local,
would be
one
over
of
$4
us,
million if
one
we
of
had
you,
not
the Garza
bought
Law Firm.
all
Let
those
us
trailers last episode.
What do you call a group of friends who wear the same jersey for good luck, no matter how old it is, and who support their team through thick and thin, week after week, as if the very season depended on it while
Elite
drinking
Porch
Miller Lite?
Talk Boys.
You call it Miller time.
Oh,
all football
Miller time.
season long. Here's to the original light beer. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2020 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Adam Buckles is your Medicare specialist, your go-to guy when it comes to Medicare and your Medicare needs. If you're 65 and over or on disability, you owe it to yourself to call Adam Buckles. Adam is licensed all over the Southeast to handle your Medicare needs. Adam is a VFL to the core and wants to help you find the...
All right, folks. It's getting late. We got to work in the morning, but we got $113,000. Hell yeah. Level 40 now. Awesome. Drove 1,402 miles. Took us 35 hours and 58 minutes. Call it an even 36. We consumed 261 gallons of diesel, which equates to, God, $8,000, I guess. Rating 10.0. Can't get any better. $3.432 million in the bank. We got 15 drivers. We got, 2, 4, 7, 9 trailers. Hell yeah. We're well on our way to Jeff Bezos territory. But anyways, folks, thank you for joining. We'll be back tomorrow with the premiere of the Wyoming DLC. Get up into Cheyenne and some George Strait, I wish. Hashtag screw U.S. copyright laws. Hashtag nobody cares really. Anyways, thank you, folks. We'll see you later. And wait for it. And bye-bye.